a punk rock hotel manager who lobotomizes his guests, a bounty hunting mother who enlists the aid of her son and his new boyfriend for one last job, and a mysterious supernatural pub that connects all of them. I'm Cody Jason, and today we'll be talking about IDW's new counterculture imprint, Black Crown. What is Black Crown? To answer this question, we must first take a quick look at the amazing career of its editor, Shelley Bond. Bond was hired on to DC's Vertigo imprint as an assistant editor to none other than Karen Berger, chief editor on such groundbreaking titles as Alan Moore's Swamp Thing and Neil Gaiman's Sandman. Bond would later be promoted to executive editor and vice president of Vertigo upon Karen Berger's separation from the imprint in 2013. When DC announced a company-wide restructure in 2016, Bond was let go, and subsequently launched a badass imprint of her own called Black Crown. Vertigo comics were known for their legacy of edgy, unique, and more mature themes, and that spirit feels alive and well in Bond & Company's current efforts under Black Crown. Shelley Bond defines Black Crown as part indie legacy, part shiny new, a curated imprint of creator-owned comic books with a singular vision, a comics collective uniting hardcore veterans with select neophytes to create original stories, and the name of the pub that anchors the street where characters can commingle and corrupt. It's also worth mentioning that Shelley Bond helped Gerard Way curate his creative teams for his Young Animal imprint over at DC Comics, which is home to even more comics that I happen to love. Alright, so now that we've been introduced to Black Crown as an imprint, let's take a look at the debut issues of its first releases. Rob Davis's Tales from the Black Crown, as featured in Black Crown Quarterly, Peter Milligan's Kid Lobotomy, and Teenie Howard's Assassinistas. Tales from the Black Crown is an ongoing miniseries published in Black Crown Quarterly, an IDW magazine that feels like a really fun underground zine keeping us in touch with Black Crown creators and their universes. Tales feels like Black Crown's flagship story, with its first installment taking place in the Black Crown pub itself, and introducing us to a motley crew of characters such as the sassy barmaid Stacy, Errol the speaking clock, and the ominous aura of the landlord who simply goes by Ram. The pub is full of secrets, and its many eccentric patrons make it appear to be a sort of nexus of many different stories, which would make sense with it being the anchor of Black Crown's shared universe. We could assume that many hints and clues will appear in the panels of this book, so it'll be worth a read between the main releases. Now let's move on to Peter Milligan and Tess Fowler's Kid Lobotomy, issue number 1, which is the story of an old man who can't get a song out of his head, so he seeks treatment at a haunted hotel where... Wait, no, that's not it. Kid Lobotomy is the story of a woman with the power to produce and control insects that... No, that's not it either. Kid Lobotomy is a modern-day interpretation of Franz Kafka's Metamorphosis... Well, not quite. It's the story of a woman who's competing with her punk rock, harp-playing brother for the inheritance of their father's hotel, where experimental lobotomies are offered to guests suffering unusual ailments. Well, I guess we'll just leave it right there for now. Kid Lobotomy is one of my favorite kinds of stories because we're dealing with an unreliable narrator. The storytelling is non-linear, the art is intricate and mesmerizing, and the colors perfectly emphasize the moods of every page. Without getting into spoilers, the main character, Kid, is someone who is sure to puzzle and surprise us as the story unfolds. And my longtime love of Peter Milligan's work has this deliciously disturbing book high on my to-read list. Up next is Assassinistas, issue number 1 by Teenie Howard and Gilbert Hernandez. This is a female-led book featuring an interracial gay male couple, and it's amazing. We're immediately introduced to badass assassins Charlotte Scarlet Lacosta, Octavia Red October Price, and Rosalind Blood Diamond. The story is told between flashbacks of the team's heyday and their current lives, which are quite different. The trouble begins when Octavia fails to pay her son's college expenses on time, and quickly escalates when Charlotte's young child Kyler is kidnapped by ex-teammate Blood Diamond. With Octavia working in the field of kidnap insurance, yes, it's a real thing, she offers to track down Kyler and deal with Blood Diamond herself, seeing it as not only an obligation to her 6-month pregnant friend Charlotte, but also as a paycheck to help her son, who is inevitably pulled into the action with his boyfriend, Taylor. I instantly fell in love with this book. Between its fast-paced storytelling, beautifully diverse cast of interesting characters, delightfully expressive art courtesy of Gilbert Hernandez, and the soft, muted coloring by Rob Davis, Assassinistas promises to be a high-octane book with important themes of love between family, both biological and chosen. Black Crown is off to a fantastic start, and it's easily one of the most exciting counterculture offerings on the shelves. Check these books out in your local comic book shop today. I'm Cody Jason, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to give me a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for more.